gliding be faster? Brace yourselves! At least, no more work. Is this my final job? Wouldn't gliding be faster? Ready, steady, go! Let the show begin. Whoa, this mine is huge!
This is where the incident occurred. 6 days ago, a group of us left the site to attend to other matters. When we returned, the 4 men we'd left behind had vanished. I led a team around the entire mine, but found no trace. That's when I decided to enlist help.
So 4 miners have disappeared.
Yes, there were 10 of us. We lost Long, Bold Sen, Brave Sen, and Mao. I worked with all of them.
Workers in this trade are usually young men in the prime of their lives. Could it be that the four of them left for another mine?
Unlikely. There's no other lodging for miles around, and we didn't pass any other mines on the way over.
Huh. Such a huge mine. Did you really manage to explore every corner?
Underground, overground, we left no stone unturned. We tried everything short of digging further into the earth itself. How could four sturdy young men just vanish into the bedrock?
We'll need to explore the site ourselves before extracting any conclusions.
Very well. I'll wait here. Please, proceed wherever you'd like. If you come across any clues, let me know straight away.
So strange. How could the four of them just suddenly disappear? Did they run away from something? Let's look around first and see if we can find any clues. I'll protect us. Brace yourselves. Judgment. Let's dance. You can't run. Water gliding. Here we go. Ha! Judgment. Lights out. Think you can get away? Show begins. Yahoo! Judgment! Brace yourselves. You can't run. some trousers.
Huh. A few everyday items. They must belong to Uncle Dai and his men.
1, 2, 3, 4. Huh. That seems right. 10 shirts, 10 pairs of trousers. These must be spares, right? Look, Uncle Dai's clothes are identical.
The 4 of them have been gone for 6 days without a change of clothes.
There's also a few handkerchiefs and some soap lying around. Oh, and some tool belts.
Items for washing one's face before the dawn shift. Mining equipment.
So, they didn't take any supplies.
Correct. Improbable. There are 4 pickaxes missing. It seems likely they left with the tools of their trade. They had time to take their tools, but not their everyday items? Curious.
Huh. Why would someone set off with their tools, but leave their luggage behind?
1, they were working close by and didn't need to move their personal effects. But seeing as they've yet to return, this seems an unlikely hypothesis. Or 2, they were forced to leave and had no time to think about their supplies.
Oh.
It's certainly a possibility. We'll need more clues before any further inference can be made.
If they didn't leave, maybe they were made to leave. Let's make a note and let Uncle Dai know. Kunjun, what do you have there?
Oh, right on time.
Did you find anything?
There's a chunk of ore here. Perhaps there are
Or, what is it?
Let's find out. I'll give it a try. A moment, please. Okay.
Looks like he's concentrating really hard. What's he up to?
I see 4 men following someone out of the mine. It looks like a child.
A child? What's a child doing in a mine?
I'm not sure.
Also, how did you see anything exactly?
Oh, I don't mean see in the traditional sense. I would appreciate it if what I'm about to tell you remained a secret. It's a little odd. I've never dared to tell anyone before. I can perceive the memories of ore.
Huh?
Perceive? So there's no conjecture at work?
You mean you can put your hand on a rock and boom, it just happens?
I've always sensed that ore contains memories. Sometimes it records events that occur in the surrounding area. All I have to do is touch one and focus my attention, and the memories come to me.
Amazing! So you can find out everything that ever happened there.
It depends on the ore. Some ores have astounding memories. Others, like iron ore and white iron ore, aren't up to much. Their memories are hazy. Core lapis and crystal memories are much stronger. They record more events and in greater detail.
Stone seeing. Fascinating. A rare ability indeed. It was prudent of Uncle Dai to recruit you, Mr. Kunjun.
I'm glad I can be of assistance. Based on what I saw, I believe they followed this path.
This will take us north, away from the mine.
North. Another clue for Uncle Dai. Let's make a note of it. Let's dance.
Excuse me, sir. Are you one of the workers here?
Ah, yes, yes. You must be here about the disappearance. Please, find them if you can. I don't know what happened. The weather was gloomy that day. The foreman left with a few men. I stayed behind with the other 4. After a while, I decided to take a break, just to catch my breath. I ended up falling asleep in the shelter inside. When I woke up, there was no sight of them. I'd only just been speaking with them and suddenly they'd vanished. Maybe I'm next.
So the men that were out working disappeared, with the only one left to tell the tale having been asleep in a shelter. Perhaps an accident occurred on site.
Ugh, what a scary thought. An on-site accident. We should note that down too. Found some clues. Time to report back to Uncle Di.
You're back. How are the investigations going?
We found 3 clues in the vicinity. First, there are 4 missing pickaxes, yet everyday items are still in their place. This suggests that your men didn't leave of their own accord, but were forced to.
Forced to? But who would kidnap miners?
Who indeed? Second, there were 5 workers at the mine. One of them left the site to take respite. When he awoke, his colleagues had disappeared without a trace. Those who kept working all disappeared. The one who left early emerged safe and sound. It would appear that the incident occurred on site.
Now that you mention it, I recall Bravo saying that he took a break. Could someone have entered the site and simply walked away with them?
This leads me to my third point. Mr. Kun-jun here made good use of his, expert techniques to arrive at a conclusion. It was a child that took your men away.
A child? But there are no settlements here for miles around. There's no way a child would have made it over to the mine.
Unlikely as it sounds, that's our conclusion. Your men were following a child.
Where did they go?
We believe that they followed the road north, away from the mine and toward the ruins.
North. Right. I'll rally my men and head in pursuit. You've been invaluable to the investigation, but leave the legwork.
Not so fast. The incident occurred 6 days ago.
You're right. New plan. There are only a few settlements around here with lodging for the night. We'll go investigate and see if we can come up with anything. In the meantime, you could keep looking for clues. If we don't see each other, let's reconvene at Wangshu Inn tomorrow evening.
Agreed.
All right. Me and my men will get going.
So, they're gonna talk to the people over at the settlements while we keep investigating here.
Correct.
But there aren't any more clues at the mine. Shouldn't we go north?
Wait. I believe we're missing someone.
Huh? Oh yeah! Where's Kunjun? Paimon bets he's still investigating. Let's go find him. Searching for? We're all out of clues. Let's get going.
Ah, apologies. I'm conducting a quick search for my own benefit. I'm looking for a precious stone known as Dragonfall.
Dragonfall? Dragonfall is often used in forging. What use do you have for it?
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't recall why I'm seeking it. I've been feeling in fact, I've been feeling extremely anxious. As if there's something I've forgotten.
Oh, Paimon knows that feeling. When you know
I don't even know where to start with it. I've been aimlessly It sounded so familiar to me, as if whatever it was I had to do was linked to that stone. So, I decided to look for some. Perhaps if I can retrieve some, I'll remember what it is I have to do.
I see. If I am able to during our endeavor, I will help you look for this stone.
Really? Oh, thank you, Mr. Zhongli. You're too kind.
Think nothing of it.
Shouldn't we get going?
Heading north from the chasm, we'll reach Lingju Pass. If this is indeed the path they chose, there will be traces.
Great! Let's have a look. Wouldn't gliding be faster? Wouldn't gliding be faster? Wait! There are tracks here! These must have been left by the miners!
Let us make our way to the end of Lingju Pass. If there are no footprints there, it would suggest that the miners are...
Footprints!
It would appear that they made their way through Lingju Pass and kept moving.
If we follow their footprints, we should be able to find where they went. Here we go! Judgment! Yeah, shiver!
Time for retribution!
Time for takeoff. Brace yourselves. What a nuisance. Can get away. You can't run. Brace yourselves. Yeah! Punishment! Oh no! The footprints end here!
We should inquire with anyone nearby. If the miners came through here, they may well have seen them.
Hi there! Have you seen anyone dressed like a miner around?
A miner?
Hello! Have you seen any
Stop bothering me.
Jeez! Whatever. Faster. Hey there! Seen any miners?
It must have been about 4 or 5 days ago. There were a few men who came through here carrying baskets and picks. I guess...
Yeah, that's them!
4 or 5 days ago. It appears that they were...
It was so strange. 4 big guys with lifeless
Huh. This...
I caught a glimpse. Blue hair.
And they took...
Yes, they followed it straight from here.
Let's go after them!
Let's play! Wouldn't gliding be faster? Time for takeoff. Judgment!
Learning kicks?
How rude! What? Here we go! You can't run! Think you can get away? Lights out. Judgment!
Let the show begin.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Time for takeoff. Let's play! Ouchie!
Retribution!
Here we go! You can't run! Judgment! Punishment! Yahoo! Think you can get away?
Let's dance.
Learning kicks?
Guess this is it.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
Yeah!
Wouldn't gliding be faster? More footprints. There's a person over there!
Help! Please save me!
Is that one of the people we're looking for? Oh, rescue first! Ask questions later.
Be on your guard, traveler.
Oh, why's that? Has something happened?
Yes. As unusual as this may sound, numerous eyewitness reports have confirmed an active ruin guard presence in this area, even though this is far beyond their normal area of activity. Sergeant sent someone to find out just where these ancient machines might have come from. It appears that they simply left their ruin and marched off all of a sudden, for no clear reason.
So did somebody wake them up?
As I say, the reason is still unclear. We have very little intelligence at present. Moreover, the ruin in question is of the especially spooky variety. Strange noises are often heard coming from within. As such, we are not permitted to investigate until the order comes through from headquarters. In any case, the only sensible strategy in the meantime is to increase Millilith patrols. We must not let innocent civilians come to harm.
That's a good point. Ruin guards are probably pretty dangerous for regular folk.
Wow. I'm very grateful indeed for the offer, but it just wouldn't be worth the risk.
Oh, don't worry about that. This one beats up ruin guards for breakfast.
Is that so? Well, I did see some ruin guard footprints on the hillside, but since then I've been too busy warning passers-by to investigate myself.
Footprints, eh? Interesting.
While the Millilith stands guard.
Yeah, brace yourselves. Yeah. Time for takeoff. Here we go. You can't run. Yeah. Let's dance. Let's play. Yeah. Yeah.
Those monsters were so aggressive. They must have noticed me walking through. Before I knew it, they were all over me. Thank you all for saving me. My name is Wanyu. I belong to Liyue's Shengyu Hall. I head up our human culture and civilization research.
Huh? You sure you're not...
A minor?
Yeah, we're looking for a group of forest... Really?
Yes. I set off from Nantianmen the day before yesterday, heading for Lingju. I was in a hurry. I didn't get a good look.
I think that's all we needed to hear.
I hope it's useful to you. I'd better get going. There's a conference at...
According to this scholar, the miners were heading for Nantianmen.
Can we be absolutely sure that it was the...
A child with a group of adults. Sounds pretty close. But...
Hey, perhaps that rock over there can tell us more.
Aha! Paimon...
It looks promising. I'll do my best. It's the same group, all right. They followed this road.
Mr. Kunjun, your stone seeing is something I won't forget in a hurry.
I suppose it is an asset, though I rarely find a use for it.
It's a good thing we brought our Kunjun compass along.
You think so? I guess it's been a worthwhile trip then. It feels like we're cracking a criminal case. It's a lot of fun.
Be that as it may, we would do well to keep our guards. 4 fully grown men in a trance-like state, walking ceaselessly day and night, over hills and...
Oh, you're quite right, Mr.
That's not all. Our scholar was attacked by... We have encountered many clues along the way. The miners headed in the
Great! Nope.
I left a mark in the vicinity just now.
Clever thinking. Hey! Over here on the ground! Is this one of the missing people?
There's a basket lying here, too. This must be one of the miners.
Hey! Hello?
Judging by his appearance, he must have collapsed from exhaustion.
Should we wake him up?
I can still dig.
Sounds like he's whispering something.
It seems that he thinks he still has work to do. There's a camp nearby. We should take him there.
Brace yourselves. Think you can get away? You can't run! Judgment! Let's play! Lights out. How is he? He won't die, right?
He's worked himself into a stupor. Thankfully, he's not in serious danger.
Paimon heard him talking about digging.
It's certainly a possibility.
It looks like there's something. Are these? Oh, I just witnessed the memories within these ore fragments. This person brought these fragments up.
How he came to be here is what we...
So he was kidnapped. But if they didn't need him, why wait?
Unless something happened.
Ugh. Paimon's had enough.
Oh, wait a moment. Seeing these fragments.
What is it?
Something for us?
As I mentioned, before I met Uncle Dai, I was in a daze. I was so happy when Uncle Dai enlisted you to help. These are some crystals that I bought from the market. Not any old crystal.
It's beautiful. Oh,
But of course. And this one is for Huh? Is something wrong?
On the contrary. But thank you. I will take good care.
I'm pleased you like them. It's nice to be able to give a gift that others can appreciate. Oh, I see more rocks over there. You should all get some rest. I'm going to scan the surroundings. Perhaps there are more memories to uncover.
you sure like rocks, huh, Kunjun?
Ores are the crystals of the earth, the sediment of time itself. I feel at peace among them. Get some rest and call me when you're ready to set off. I won't be far.
Rest easy. I surveyed the area. There's no danger here. Oh, however, there is something I wanted to
Huh? What's with the seriousness all of a sudden?
Traveler,
You mean the ore that Kunjun's looking...
Dragonfall is an incredibly rare ore used in forging. The majority of regular crystals are formed in...
Elemental reactions can produce material objects?
Indeed they can. However, only a minority can survive for long periods of time. Dragonfall first emerged in the midst of a great battle, thousands of years ago. Powerful,
Ooh.
and yet they are crystal creations all the same. Why is it then that a citizen of Liyue?
Yeah, if he knows of its existence... Weird.
There are those in the mining trade who...
Ulterior motives?
A conclusion that is presently impossible to reach. We must watch. And don't forget, rescuing those miners is the... We're drawing closer to our goal. I believe we should... When you're well rested, call Mr. We should ensure this miner is settled here at the camp. Once we...
Let the show begin. Kunjun, we need to get going.
No problem. I'm done here.
Any results, Mr. Kunjun?
There are many beautiful rocks here, but nothing out of the ordinary. I couldn't find any clues. Then again, the memories of ore can shift with the passage of time and the changing of the environment. Difficult to say. I feel that ore memories tend to be from the recent past.
So there's never any ancient memories?
Rocks endure, but as eons pass, their memories are erased. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion or thought.
That makes sense.
Indeed. Let's keep going.
Wouldn't gliding be faster?
Wow. Such an immense tree.
And there's so many mysterious-looking crystals up there, too. Amazing!
This ancient tree. Let's conduct separate investigations. I'll take that area. Perhaps you... All right, then.
Kunjun, can you see anything worth investigating?
Well, there is this stone tablet here.
Doesn't seem very interesting. Paimon's gonna look over there.
Huh. It's worth a try, surely. Let me see. This is...
Hey, what's wrong?
just a bit lightheaded. Not...
Whatever. Paimon's going to investigate over there. What if you don't try? You won't know. When has Paimon ever come up with a bad idea, Wait a minute. Paimon can fly.
All of you, come here.
Huh? Xiangli's for quick. Let's... Wouldn't gliding be faster?
This has been newly dug. It would appear our answer is up ahead.
Is that a voice coming from the tunnel? Someone else go first.
Compose yourselves. I will lead us in. There is an unusual presence emanating from inside the tunnel. Prepare yourselves and tread lightly. Listen.
The missing miners are here. What are they
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
Huh? That gate! Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere to the gate.
So behind the seal, there's... We can't hurt them! What type of monster is this?
Morax, you arrive at my doorstep of your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for sealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Ishtar, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine.
Yahoo! Judgment! Shiver!
Quake! Rise! Trust!
Order guide you.
Crumble! Crumble!
Think you can get away? Yeah! Let's dance.
From rock to dust! Sooner or later! Is once not enough? You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Here we go! Judgment!
Face me!
Come on! We can do it!
Crumble!
Yeah. Time for takeoff! Yeah! Lights out! I'll protect us!
The enraged Earth
Retribution!
will not absolve you!
Brace yourself! You can't run!
Insect!
Yahoo! Judgment! can get away?
I will have order.
Shiver!
Morax! You think you can destroy me?
Brace yourself. Let the show begin. Yahoo!
Verdict is...
Experience an eon of suffering.
Brace yourselves. Yeah, you can't run. I'll protect you.
The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
How rude. Here we go. Brace. Yahoo! Time for takeoff. Hit punishment. Let the show be.
Burn!
Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
You should call it by its name, Ashtaha. Fate.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
That voice.
Ashtaha.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax, it's been a while.
You're...
Ashtaha. The very same.
During the battle, you imbued us with your...
Yes, it was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. Allow me to elaborate. Heaven and earth, yin and yang, opposing forces.
So there are two Ashta...
No, it can't be.
When the seal loosened, your power manifested in this world as a child. That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back.
The audacity! Are you insane?
I was another power awakened with the loosening of the seal. I was barely conscious. I couldn't remember who I was.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall. Had your power...
Don't blame yourself. I have changed beyond all recognition. It's been so long. A secret beyond all comprehension of you.
There would be no harm in it.
Ashtaha was once a friend and ally of the Geo-Archon Morax. With a lifespan, the memories of rocks do not last long. Erosion ground Ashtaha's consciousness into oblivion. Ashtaha, now incomplete.
What would you expect? It was humanity.
This much is true. Which is why you attacked the chasm in the beginning, in order to open up new territory and increase production. The citizens of Liyue came to the Mount Erosion, made us even more set. Morax shared with us some of his power to prevent further erosion. But it was futile. And so, we became you. And And from your will, I am your final contract. Witness the promise between Ajdaha and Morax. You can hate me, but you cannot deny me.
No!
I am the remnants of Ajdaha's benevolence. The echo of a contract set.
No! This is I, aged!
Morax is not.
A lord over insects is nothing but an...
You forgot yourself. Nobody that which you have forgotten, I hold here in my heart. All powers under heaven, rise and fall of land and sea.
A star appears within the wild. A sun ascends. Strange. What is this feeling? And all this?
You are spent, and I will soon disappear. Before I do, heed these words. In the wilderness, snow falls on a spring day. In an instant, it will melt. Even where it is fleeting and leaves no trace. Even where it will never fall again.
No! That isn't true! I don't accept this as fate!
Perhaps it isn't, but it remains an inevitable misfortune.
More axe!
The little girl vanished!
Are you satisfied, Ajdaha?
I had to make amends. Satisfaction had no part in it. So, Morax, you call yourself Zhongli these days?
I do.
Well, I'm afraid old habits die hard. To me, you're Morax.
As you please.
I never did forget your gift of sight.
I hardly lifted a finger. Think nothing of it.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon, searching for the sun. A pair of eyes, from Morax to Ajdaha. This, I will remember this.
Your power is nearly spent.
Perceptive as always, my friend.
Shall we get going, you and I?
Surely the pressing matter is still that of the miners trapped outside the seal.
Indeed. Hence the need to get going. To fix the damage left in your wake.
Straight down to business as always. Let's go.
Huh? How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners!
So there you are. My men and I found your clues and followed them straight here. We found Mao in a tent at the campsite unconscious. It seems he'll be okay. Sadly, we found no trace of the other three. Huh? Young Kun, what is...
Nothing. Pay it no mind. Those 3 miners are over there, in that cave.
Cave? What happened?
They're exhausted, but not in danger. Don't worry.
Right. Well, thank you, all of you. I better go and see how they're doing.
So you're taking them back to Liyue Harbor?
That's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You rescued my men. I'll be happy to assist all of you in any way I can. I'll be back soon. I need to assess their condition.
Kunjun, we should be calling you Ezdaha. You're coming back to Liyue Harbor too, right?
Not I. Merely this body. Once I'm gone, the true owner will accompany the miners back to Liyue. Kunjun hails from a family of famous artisans. He too will be famous in time. It would be a shame for someone of his talent to go missing.
You always did have a great admiration for blacksmiths.
Curious how swords and daggers are blind, yet their creators see so...
Ezdaha, I am no longer the Geo-Archon.
I can sense it.
Today I am just an ordinary citizen of Liyue.
Even you met such a fate.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare itself to face you.
And how will Liyue fare without Rex Lapis?
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men. I was once their god. I ought to be here to witness their rise and fall.
All life is shaped and then ground away by the endless flow of time. You were always the strongest among us, yet that's unimportant. Fate is ordained by heaven. You may live forever, doomed to a lonely existence. Yet, even this is temporary. When you reach the end of time, those people...
I do not pretend to match your rhetoric when it comes to the subject of a life long lived. I fear that the life of an elemental...
Were it not so, you would have killed me long ago.
You've brought a smile to my face. When all is said and done...
That day in the chasm...
A heart of stone is a heart nonetheless. But I am the god of contracts, and was for a time a god of the people.
You chose justice, but did not forsake your kindness. You came to me not as...
The movements of the Earth Dragon can tremble the earth and shake the heavens. With your abilities, even at...
Hence, my... Do not forget that I was there with Liyue's founder. The face may have changed. Old friend. God...
Thank you, Ezdaha.
My life is at an end. I will join the eternal flow of...
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Yes, don't be alarmed.
Whoa. That...
In fact, we have yet to meet the... He was. Centuries may have passed since then.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo-life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ezdaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world, and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes, quicker than words could tell. Lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds!
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
A 1,000 years ago, Ejderha attacked the chasm. I tried to obstruct him, fighting him tooth and nail down the length and breadth of the mine. Finally, I brought him down and sealed him underground. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Ejderha could sense the stone. Subconsciously, he wanted to use it to find me, despite being the victor. I could not claim to be stronger than he. And in his heart, he still retained an ounce of good. He was willing to be sealed away. But as the erosion set in, even I cannot avoid it. But there is something I understand better than most. When the door opens, it is time to leave. The greater the power, the greater the danger erosion may bring about. The millennia may come and go, but even a stone personally sealing away an old friend. This is just one form of erosion I have endured. People abandon and surrender the things they love to pursue the right path. Perhaps this is the erosion imposed on me by the natural order of this world. But I was a god of mankind. My identity may change, but my eyes will bear witness to the history of humanity.
You still care a lot about Liyue.
Call it part of my duty. I must thank you both.
No worries.
Oh? About what?
Oh yeah, Paimon nearly forgot. So, not long ago, we met a guy called... He told us about Conria and the punishment of the gods. That's when we realized that those... Zhongli, you're a god.
Why?
You can't even give us...
I understand.
You mean another past grievance? Like the...
It was signed before it all began. I have always honored the... You two are friends to me. I can assure it brings me no pleasure to disappoint you.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding of this... There are many events of ages past. They have been eroded by time, forgotten by the people, abandoned. But you are capable of finding them and bringing them into the light. Those who come to witness will witness. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficult... This tablet was It's a shame. There is a fine line between...
Wouldn't gliding be faster? Wish me luck.
You dare overstep your mortal authority?
Oz, steady as stone. Huh, let's dance.
Fisher!
Wings of darkness, come, sever the... As a good night should. I must leave no... Go, Barbara, go! Leave it all to me. I'll protect us. By royal...
Detestable! There is no atonement for 1,000 years of pain! Today, you witness your reckoning!
Steady as stone. I'll catch you. Oz, reveal the...
Cowardly insects!
It is.
The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
I missed a spot. I must leave no stone Let the show begin.
You stand upon your tomb, though you know it not!
By royal decree.
Experience an eon of suffering!
Let's dance. Go, Barbara, go! Steady as stone. Oh.
Retribution!
Midnight Phantasmagoria!
The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
Leave it all to... By royal decree, I'll catch up.
Shifting sands will melt the mountain permanent. Be crushed! Crumble! I will not be destroyed!
You should really bring... the Knights of Favonius with you next time.
I'll protect us. Oz, reveal thyself! Steady!
Fry! Careless! Fry! Picked the wrong test subject.
I must let the show begin.
Time for retribution!
Oz, reveal! Leave it all to me. Time to clean up.
Rain. If only it could cleanse the corrupt souls of this world.